That's good. Nice. Hi, baby. You missed that. Hi, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Nashville. How many newbies? How many first-timers? Welcome. Jump the time? Good. We tend to do that. A better round of applause for Rob Benedict, huh?
You all start writing letters to the writers and producers demanding him back.
Yes. We need you guys. Keep it going. Bring these guys back. Without further ado, so we don't keep you guys waiting, let's go ahead and get to some questions that people have been standing up waiting to ask. We'll start over here. Hi.
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 First of all, I just want to tell you, you two are absolutely beautiful men. Yeah, both of you. Okay.
This guy too? Just kidding. Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. You need to get your vision checked. Thank you.
Like your butt. Okay. Anyway. Okay, question.
Yes. What?
Yours too, Jensen.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It is. Believe me.
What's the craziest, strangest thing a fan has ever done to get your attention?
Jensen?
The craziest and strange. You know, part of me is reluctant to say because then it might encourage that kind of
It's nothing I haven't thought of before, I'm sure.
Well, there was one time that a young lady leapt into my arms as I was simply walking through the lobby. That got my attention. It was pretty wacky. I mean, full on like spider monkey. Wrapped her legs around my waist. And she was committed.
Mom.
Yeah, that's one that I can think of. What about you?
I don't think I've ever been spider monkey.
No.
I guess mine's not as big a deal, but when we were in Vancouver one time, we were shooting. This must have been a couple seasons ago, like 2 or 3 or 4. And this girl was walking by with these dogs, and I'm a big sucker for dogs. I'm like, okay, I'm walking across the street to pet the dogs. I was like, hey, these are beautiful dogs, you live in the neighborhood. She's like, no, but I brought these CDs and DVDs for you to sign. I was like, there's a dog here, I'm gonna go put the dog in. So pulls her back out. So I'm instructed oftentimes now to look away from the dog.
Thank you, love you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
So I'm wondering, Jensen, you just recently had the episode Time After Time, and you got to dress.
I also had that episode.
The episode in which you got to dress in some 1940s stuff. Jared, are we going to see Sam do any period dressing like that?
That can be taken one of 2 ways. I didn't know you were on your period there.
You should know we're on the same side.
You seem short-tempered, but I didn't. I don't know. I don't think so. I think one of the goods and bads of kind of being the straight character in the show.
Wait, what? I've been playing him so wrong.
You know what I mean? If it's Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and one's kind of the swashbuckling guy, it's usually funnier when stuff happens to that character. It's Jensen buckling some swash. So I certainly hope so. I had fun. I have fun when I get a chance to kind of dress up and act. But there's nothing like it.
There's a ballerina episode coming up, so.
So fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like that with me too.
My question was, if Supernatural was remade into a movie or something with different actors right now, who would you like to play with?
I think we've had this question before, but I don't remember the answer, so we're gonna have to come up with notes.
I know you said Bieber. I know you wanted Bieber.
Yeah. But pre-haircut Bieber.
I don't know. You know, I gotta go. Mine's pretty easy because I've seen him play my character. And I gotta go with Colin because I think he does a great job. If we can extract him from that name in movies, we might get him to do a Supernatural movie because he's doing all the good right now, as my grandma used to say. So I gotta go with Colin.
Kathy Bates.
That'd be good. That'd be a good one. Same cheekbones.
Yeah, very, very similar. And you know, I just think she looked hot behind the wheel of the Impala. I don't know. You know, maybe we send the characters into the future and they could cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Dean. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not.
I was wondering, has anyone...
Actually, is that Wes Welker's jersey? Okay, he played at Texas Tech, so you're allowed.
Has anyone ever made you starstruck before? And if so, who?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine just happened actually. We went to a Pearl Jam concert in Vancouver. And so we walk in, it's Cliffy and Jensen and Daniil and Genevieve and I, and Genevieve and me. And we're walking, and I guess Cliffy or somebody had got in touch with their publicity team and the band's publicist of the show. She's like, cool, we'll bring her backstage. And so we walk in, and I'm holding my pregnant wife's hand. And then all of a sudden, I go and like start squeezing, and she's like, "Babe, what's wrong with you?" And I was like, "That's Mike McCready." And I totally had a funny reaction. I was like, because he's kind of been the soundtrack to my life. I listen to Pearl Jam constantly, and I love him as a musician. But so I ended up getting the courage to go up and tell him, "Hi, Mike, thank you."
I had to leave the room. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I can't watch this. He was like a little child. He was, and he did one of these. He was like,
I spied on him, actually.
He was like, walking and he did. Meanwhile, the rest of us were on the other side of the room just going. That was, yes, you definitely geeked out.
Yeah, I have a buddy who had a great reaction. One of my buddies, Dawson, back in the day, I was staying at some place in Vancouver. They were shooting Juno also in Vancouver at the time, and so Jason Bateman was there, and my buddy Dawson was a huge Arrested Development fan. But a total, like, casual dude, kind of melancholy. And we start walking up the elevator, and Jason Bateman's walking kind of towards us, and I'm like, "Hey, dig your work," and Jason's like, "Thanks, man." And my buddy Dawson goes, and then Jason kind of notices that he's not going anywhere, so he kind of goes, and Dawson kind of pauses and looks at me and goes, "Man, I always hoped I wouldn't react like that." I was like, "It happens." So that's my answer.
Stars. I know that I have, and I know that I probably blocked it out from my memory because it was. See, Jared couldn't block that one out because we were all there to remind him.
I had to come to terms with it. I had to admit it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might have to think about that one. Let me see. What was it? Yeah. I mean, I might
say Luke Perry.
Lance read it.
I told you guys that story, right? Luke Perry. That was pretty cool. No, too bad.
It was a good one. Too bad I didn't hear it.
That was more Daniil geeking out on It's like, hey, good deal, this is Luke. You okay, honey? Yeah. Which is she lost her cool. It was awesome. I'll have to think about it. Yeah. But I would definitely probably get a little nervous around a star athlete, though. Yeah. What? I don't understand. What it's like a Jerry Springer show now? Just yelling stuff out. Who is it? Oh, yeah. See, this is why you need people around to remind you of.
And Manners was director, remember? Because he comes in and takes a pull, and then he hands it to Sam, and Sam takes a pull. And then Manners was like,
It's usually just water.
It's usually just water, or Coke, Diet Coke and water mixed together. It looks like whiskey. And so he kind of poured it, I don't think he got good. Jensen walks in with a glass in his pocket. He's like, I just had a weird experience. And kind of takes a pull, and then offers it to me, and I kind of take it and drink. And it wasn't water. And then Manners is directing. Jensen's like, hey, Kim, are you damn idiots? But he was like, all right, it's great work, we weren't getting wasted.
But anyway, the Christmas episode, he hands me some eggnog. And it's supposed to be this nice little brotherly moment where you sit and watch it. And of course it was prop eggnog, so it wasn't alcoholic until Jared got a hold of mine and dumped basically the entire bottle of rum into my glass. So when I went to just take it, we'd done the rehearsal, it was fine. But then I was on camera, I was like, so I think they actually used my reaction. It was like, yeah, it's good. That was a good, yeah. What other family?
I liked the moment, I just happened to catch an episode, the episode Fresh Blood. Is that the one with Sterling? Fresh Blood, I think it's called?
Yeah.
And there's a bit where Jensen or Dean leaves Sam in the hotel room, and it's like, don't move anywhere because he's after you. And I forget what scene it was, but there was a big kind of, I'm going to do it because you're my brother moment. And then there was another one, and I liked it. I think it was the end of last year. Yeah, it was when Sam was putting it all together. It's like, why do you do this to yourself? It's like, if you know me, then you know that my brother's still out there. And I think that kind of encapsulates the show.
Yeah.
Dusty up here.
There you go. You're welcome. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how are you? If you guys could be totally honest in this answer,
I refuse.
besides Marley and me, what other movie or TV show brings you to tears?
Oh, something just made me, what was it that I was saying that I watched that didn't cry? It just happened.
Were there that many?
Die Hard, that's what was it?
Were there that many?
Something recent. No, it wasn't The Descendants. Oh, War Horse the Play in New York got me going. It wasn't The Descendants, but it was something, what are all the nominees? No, it's... Which one was it? No, it wasn't. No, but I did love that. Which one? I don't see it. Shane. That's it.
You never saw Shane?
No. Shane, come back. Oh, Shane. Yeah, sure. Shane. Yeah, that made me cry. I'm gonna give it some thought. Well, Jensen.
I don't cry.
That's not what we heard. We heard about Marley and me.
Yeah, I have no feelings.
Is that the only one?
I'm dead inside. I hope that helps.
No, not Titanic.
Titanic. Yeah, tears of joy when it was over.
Field of Dreams.
That's good.
Feels like dreams.
So I think.
I told you what happened when you were out of town.
Well,
Is there something
you're
I
Long Beach
We burned Bobby. We salted and burned Bobby.
Ooh.
But do you think we'd ever
It's what we do. It's what we do. Oh, you know what? There's an answer. I cried during Bobby's episode. I cried during that's the Bobby episode. Absolutely.
We all did.
I did. You know what? I actually called Sarah Gamble and told her when I read the episode, I was like, this is 130-something episodes of Supernatural. This is the first time I've ever cried reading the script. I literally was reading. Okay. Was that even the question? Sorry. I got confused. Okay, so Bobby is salt and burned. I hope he comes back. And Castillo, look out for that.
I think that there are definite ways for him to come back. How? I don't know.
Excellent.
But I think there's ways for anybody to come back. I mean, that's the luxury of our show is there's nobody's ever really gone forever. Nobody's ever really dead. There's you can make deals. You can get demon help, angel help. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to do supernatural things on our show.
Really?
You guys write that down.
You're blowing my mind, man. It's wild. Yeah, so that's.
There you
These
go.
guys are
Thank you very much. Hello.
Do you think it's right how they treated him? And also, when he returns, how do you think they should treat him? Should they not forgive him? Or?
Which one's him? What character?
Sam and both of them. Oh, Cass.
Oh, about cats.
Cass. Yeah, about Cass.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Okay, to repeat the question, do we like how Sam and Dean treat cats?
Yeah, no, it's how do you think it's right the way they treated him at the end of season 6? Because some people are like, there's been like loads
Yeah,
of
I
complaints
do.
about it and stuff.
I think that Sam and Dean's opinions were justified. I think we told him that he was going to reap what he was sowing, and that he couldn't take on the power. And that was one of the kind of themes of season 6 is, the road to hell to get the tensions. And what power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And so we
Write that down.
and it's supernatural. But so I think we were right. We proved that we were right because we saw what happened to Cass. We just didn't want Cass to go. So we were warning him of what it could do to him. And I think we were proven right.
And how do you think they should treat? Should they forgive him when he returns? Do you think they should forgive him?
Sure.
I think it's going to be a tricky road to how do they kind of reintroduce their relationship in a way that's in a positive way because of all that's happened. But it's been done before. So thank you. Hi.
I just wanted to say that I'm really excited to meet you guys. My mom got me for my birthday.
Happy birthday. Excited to meet you too.
I was just wondering if a lot of your natural humor comes out on the show.
Which, I'm sorry?
If a lot of your natural humor comes out on the show.
Our natural humor is probably more unnatural.
I think we do. I think we have started playing a while. I think we had started just kind of playing around, kind of being goofy and silly, and letting some. I think in the show we took ourselves too seriously, and everything was sad, and dark, and deep. Mushy time. Carry on, carry on.
There's got to be a balance.
Was that I didn't understand the question.
It's a very keen observation, yes.
Did you guys say, well, you know what? I always do this like on a regular, I'm the badass, I'm accessible. So like when it comes to sex, I'm just gonna flip it up now and I'll just be the rest of the time.
Jensen?
Well, I'm trying to think of when, wasn't that during Soulless Sam period when you were really kind of aggressive?
Oh yeah, one of the things with Soulless Sam, we didn't really see it. Last time Sam, oh yeah, well it was Ruby Sam, and I liked her.
Yeah, they had that one there.
Yeah, that was also, I think that period in Sam's life, frankly, was pent up and angry, and he was with this demon who was doing naughty things.
And with Dean, all of his kind of on-camera sexcapades have been with somebody that kind of means something to him for the most, except for this last one, which is kind of the first one we've seen. Otherwise, it was Anna, and it was Cassie, right? So this was the first time that we wanted to play it to where she had the upper hand, just character-wise. So like she shoves me through the door, she shoves me on the bed, like she kind of was in charge of that one. So I was, as Dean, I was trying to play it more like, oh, sweet, I don't have to be here. And at one point it was actually choreographed where I roll on top of her, and then she's like, nope, and rolls me right back on. So that was all scripted, was that she needs to be in control and Dean needs to be kind of...
I cried when I read that.
Don't let her take advantage of you. This is gonna end well. So, yeah, I think, I don't really think we've seen Dean just normal one night stands.
I don't think either of us really think about it, like think about what, it's like doing a scene, I guess. Like if you were to say, hey, you're gonna have a scene and an episode where you kill a demon, are you gonna be a badass or are you gonna be mushy? I don't know, it depends. We know the demon, you kill someone. So it's been individual, like he says, this was the girl, obviously, using him to make this Amazon baby. And Ruby was kind of using Sam, but meanwhile Sam had been in a bad place. And Sam always has weird relationship issues. He has this thing where all his women end up on the ceiling. On fire. And so he tries to stay away from it, so it's usually an expression of kind of, I don't know, frustration.
I also might fall victim to, now that I'm thinking about it more, I might fall victim to kind of off-camera situations, because when you're doing a scene like that, I always get very concerned about her comfortability, and I always want to make sure that she feels like she's being covered up, that she's being protected, that she's not being bogged at, that she, like, oh, like, see, I'm not bored about all that stuff. Jared's just thinking of himself. No, so I mean, that might translate into when the camera starts rolling. I haven't really kind of shut that off yet, but I remember at one point, it's true.
I shut that off for the camera.
At one point, when Sarah she took her skirt, like dropped her skirt, I mean, she was basically exposed in front of a crew. I was standing just off camera, like the camera was right here, and I was standing right next to the camera to give her something to look at. I didn't need to be there, but she drops her dress, and she stands there, and then she walks towards me. I had a robe already, like, ready, like, open for her, so she just walked right into that and I just wrapped her up, and I was like, nice job, good job, okay, get away from me. So I don't know, that might translate a little bit on set.
For whatever it's worth, that's how it is with all the situations, whether it's him and Sarah or whatever. I mean, it's the same. And I know, like when I did the last one, I guess was with Jen in season 4, and I picked everybody off stage. I didn't weren't dating her at the time, but I was like, you know what? If you're not working during the shot, you're not operating camera, go take a half-hour break. Get off the stage.
Because usually when really pretty girls start to undress on stages, all of a sudden the Teamsters start walking on the stage. Right, Cliff? Yeah, they're scratching their belly with a donut in the other hand.
Right. There are a lot of people.
Frank, hey, you might want to get in here. There's some hot shit taking her clothes off. But Jared's like, out of here.
Yeah.
So, none of that. And to be honest, I might be exaggerating a bit, but people, you know, it's natural. People kind of like, what's going on? You know, they want to stare, and it's not
And it's awkward. It's awkward for them. It's awkward for us. It really is. It's strange. It's not like going to a pool and getting your bathing suit. It's like this feels kind of violated. So we're not big fans of those types of scenes, just because they kind of feel violated. But anyways, talk for another day. Thank you.
Sorry to ruin all of those scenes for you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, sorry that was a long discussion. Every episode of How I Met Your Mother. And the only reason is because I download it, and then when I'm on the treadmill in the morning, I burn through like a couple of episodes of them. And I think that I take the delight in watching them because I think they're the only cast on television that drinks more than we do. So, there you go. Hi.
So in the episode Mystery Spot, we got to see Peyton die many awesome, amazing deaths. And I was wondering if there was a death that you would have liked to have seen that couldn't quite make the cut.
Mystery Spot, is there a way? I don't know. I think we ran the gamble.
We covered a lot.
We covered a lot. I was
I
pretty.
mean, when I did the taco, I was like, all right, I think we pretty much covered it, right?
Did you think of one?
I think a moose attack would be nice.
So I'm listening to you.
What? Yeah.
Where on earth did you come up with that idea?
Maybe you could touch. That would have been fun. Yeah, I think Mystery Spot kind of covered it. I think I was happy with it. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. I was wondering, would you watch the show if you weren't on it?
I have no idea. I have no recollection of what my life was like before I was on the show. I think I would watch a lot, not to skirt the question, I think I would watch a lot of shows if I wasn't on the show.
Yeah, I would watch a lot more television than I do, but when...
Right now I don't really watch anything. I'm not at that point where
it's like whatever's on, you know?
Yeah, I have a tough time committing to...
A lot of, what do you keep on in your trailer? Like, I usually just keep like a news...
ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN, CNN,
Yeah.
like something, just news, because it's kind of on in the background.
Yeah.
We don't really, I don't necessarily make time to sit down and...
Yeah. It's also different. It's different from this side. Not just, like, I never watched Gilmore Girls. I've seen it. I enjoy it when I watch it, but I never...
But I will say that if I wasn't on the show, I would make time to watch the show.
Yeah.
Only if somebody else is playing Sam too. Because
that would be weird if we were all and I was on. No, but I think if and when the show does end, I think I'll watch a lot more. But right now it's difficult as an actor. It's tough to watch show. I break things down. I have to watch them casually years after the fact. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, but that wasn't prosthetics. Well, that wasn't really prosthetics. That was just plumbing. Yeah, I said plumbing. As in my whole wardrobe was plumbed with blood. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, in Swan Song, I had a big, my eye swelled shut. I don't know if you remember that. Because Satan, Sam, was punching, yeah, was kicking ass. And I put this thing on, and it took about an hour and a half to 2 hours to put on. And it was during the day, but it wasn't. This was in the springtime, so it wasn't. It was late March, so it wasn't hot. But what happened was because the scene was so intense. When they fall into the hole, and then Dean kind of crawls over to the hole. It was an emotional scene, and Dean started crying.
Wait, what?
Dean started crying.
Who plays Dean?
I played Dean, but I was. So anyway, the salt and the tears started to melt the glue, and then that just started mixing into my eye. And so once again, we're dealing with glue in your eye, which then like glue, once it starts hardening and crusting your eye closed, and it's very painful and very horrible. And I guess I probably shouldn't have acted in that.
Should have just cried with one eye.
Well, yeah, well that's the problem. There were tears coming out of this eye. Nothing was coming out of this eye because it was covered in crust. Oh, so, but that's what we did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing that horrible memory back.
Hey, bud.
You know, I want to speak for everybody. It's just like I told Misha last night. Everyone's going to mention you guys so much because we're not having a convention next year. But my question is, Dean, you know, I've got an older palate too. When are they going to bring that car back? I mean, that's your baby. That's my baby. And I know that it seems like they've written it in there where Dean's not really missing. And I'm just kind of wondering if that car's going to come back.
It'll come back. It'll come back. We just, I did a lot of bitching and pleading for a number of years. And they finally dumped about 25, 30K into one of them. We have about 5 of them, right? And they finally souped one up. What they dropped in a Cliffy? That was a 502? Yeah, 502 big block Chevy. Sport header, sport suspension, basically gave the whole thing an overhaul. And it is sweet, man. And so they wouldn't have done that to just keep a tarp over it. So it'll come back. And it'll be better than before.
Well, you've been with that car for 7 years, it's like you don't even need it. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Hi.
What is your favorite episode of Supernatural?
I think you and I both have the same one. I think I think it's the one that just recently, Death's Door, where Bobby died. I think not because obviously very upset that the character is gone, but I think as far as the story, as far as the performance, as far as directing goes, I think that was one of, if not the best in the series.
Yeah, mine too. I was really sad, obviously, that Bobby died, but I felt like it was done so well. There was so much heart and soul poured into that episode. And also, I think it's one of the few times that Jensen and I have been able to watch the show kind of like y'all guys. Like, we watched it as fans. We weren't there because we weren't in the first scenes. So we got to watch it and kind of find out what was happening
As an audience member.
as an audience member. So it was a really unique experience. I've had experience with Ian, which I thought was also. But I think it was a time that we finally got to watch it and just be fans of the show. And on top of that, it was a great acting episode, great directed episode. Very sad. So mine too.
What's your favorite?
I would have to say the Christmas episode.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. And then there was one. Hi.
I was just wondering what you guys thought of the Dean and Castiel pairing. What you
What?
guys thought of the Dean and Castiel pairing together?
Oh, please.
In the storyline?
Yeah, like in the whole series.
What do we think of Dean and Castiel's relationship in the series?
Yeah.
I think it's like a second brother, right?
What's that?
It becomes kind of like a
It's
second
like
brother.
it's kind of, you know, it's this really odd, strange friendship. You know, I think there's a deep respect that they both have for each other. You know, ultimately they're two completely different beings, but I think that there's an understanding there that Sam and Dean kind of share, which is, you know, I got your back.
And Sam and Castiel and I was talking along. Castiel went with Sam, and with good reason. I mean, Sam kind of has that deep deal, and Cass being an angel, hated demons. But I think it was someone for Dean to kind of vent to, I guess.
It was a reliable source for Dean. He needed somebody. He needed, you know, he was trying to be a reliable source for his brother, but he needed to have somebody to ask for help too. And I think Cass filled that role. So.
You introduced me to Steve Carlson and Jason Mance, and I love him to death. And your third directorial project is definitely your funniest. His video.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we heard you.
I just wondered, you joined Steve on one of his stage concerts for the last song. Wondered if you'd ever sing with him and jam like you did in previous conventions.
Yeah, I do it all the time, just not on camera.
Anyway, I'd love to hear you do Bad Company.
Yeah. I did that as well, but, you know, in closed company. Yeah, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm not a musician. I don't pretend to be one. I have no desire to kind of dive into that world. I'm an actor, therefore I'm a performer, and whenever I'm doing that, it's just kind of, it's just performing. It's just being. But as far as a musician goes, those guys, it's a totally different mindset. I have the utmost respect for his buddy Brian and Steve. We've got musician friends, and I think that there's a level of a similarity there because we both are in performing arts, so to speak. But yeah, I'm an actor and maybe a director, but I'm not a musician. So, well, thank you. Thank you.
I think that's it.
Cliff, did you have something you wanted to ask?
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. Yeah, are we good? Do we have to go now? Can we just hang out for and talk? Now, for those of you who keep coming back to these things, we want to thank you because you're the reason that we keep coming back to these things. Because honestly, we love to sit here and chat with you guys. We love what we do. We love playing these characters. We love working with the people that we work with, and we love the people who keep us employed, and that is you. So thank you, honestly, for thank you for the People's Choice Award. Thank you for watching us. And for those of you who are doing this weekend, we hope you come back because we love to see familiar faces. So thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.